No, I'm
What
not.
do you mean it's not your fault?
It's not my fault.
Let's try this again.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
and sit down. Oh, dude. Okay. This is your fault. It's the Mike in the Mountain, Brian Gary and Scott Cisco. Welcome. I'll just tell you right now, I'm working under duress, a little bit of pain, a little bit of suffering today.
Rough weekend? Plugged up?
Rough week? No, rough start to the week there,
Rough
bucko. You know, let me rewind the clock about a year ago when Scott starts sitting with me going, you know, I think there's something we're supposed to be doing
something
together.
here, man.
You know, the spirit is working. It's telling me that you and I are supposed to team up. And I don't know what it really looks like yet.
Right.
But
You're starting to
we're
feel it.
supposed to be doing something. This is what you're telling me.
Oh,
This
yeah,
was your
no,
pitch.
absolutely. Yeah.
This was your pitch.
Oh,
yes.
I pitched it well.
Yes. No, you did.
It was a
So
blind drive.
I'm diving in thinking, you know, podcasting and videos and, you know, I'm going to learn some nuances of this modern day mountain man, Scott
the
Cisco.
nuances.
You know, and what am I doing? I am kneeling in front of every apartment door in an apartment complex, taping the bottom of the door so water doesn't go under while we're blasting bird crap and everything else from inside the apartment building.
Yeah.
Now, I felt like I had been at about 37 Catholic weddings in a row. I knelt and got up so often that, you know,
With no shots.
No,
Hail
yeah,
Marys.
none of that. No. Oh, there was some religious talk, but
Yeah,
it was different.
wasn't right.
But I never dreamed this. So climbing stairs is going up every stairwell of this apartment building. Then you go and you tape every door, and then we go through and we clean. And we're partway through this complex now. We're doing a few buildings each day. But going up those stairs, this has been the greatest exercise that I didn't think I needed. Obviously, from the way I'm feeling, it needed to be done.
Yes.
But I can't tell you how heavy these legs feel going upstairs. I sat down to take a poop the other day. I did. I sat down, and on the way down to the porcelain, I'm going, and sat there and went, you got to get up sometime, bro. And it's like, no. I sat there. I texted you guys.
Right.
I said, I sat down. I'm not getting up.
Right?
That
Isn't
was
it
it.
funny how we forget we have certain muscles?
They came very alive to me. I had not felt them since two-a-days in high school football. That's as long as it had been since I'd felt this kind of pain in the thighs.
So is it groin or hamstring?
Oh,
or?
the front of the thighs.
The front of the
front of the
thighs.
thighs.
The hammies.
So as I was sitting on the toilet, probably the worst position for this muscular thigh situation I was going through, figuring out how to get up, and I see a long shower towel, and I see the shower curtain rod.
Right.
So I do like some kind of mountain man thing and fling it. I don't know how that's a mountain man thing. It's purely survival.
It's like,
threw
have you
the
been
towel
watching me?
over the shower rod and hoisted myself up to get me started to get off of that toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look at it as this is preparation, and James is well aware of this. This is preparation. This time of year, we start preparing for the different style of trapping that we do. Now, it's all nuisance trapping, you know, spring, summer, winter, fall. However, it changes because in the spring and summer, our city wildlife settles down. We're not breaking into houses, having babies everywhere. You know, it slows down considerably in the city. But in the fall, it's a whole different story, man. And this is part of preparation for the fall trapping that we're going to be doing that's high in the Rocky Mountains.
So you're telling me when we're going up high trapping, say, you know, maybe there's a nuisance coyote or there's something like that.
Nuisance coyotes.
Okay, so if I'm dealing with that, there's going to be a situation where I'm going to go to their apartment door and tape the bottom of their door before we snare them? Is that...
No, but believe it or not, those muscles are not just, I mean, as you know, man, when we get up there, I mean, I remember taking James up on his first deer hunt, dude. I'll never forget it. And I remember looking back down because I'm so routine to this. My body's routine without even thinking about it. That during the mid-late summer, I start prepping exercise-wise because it's a whole different story up in the mountains. Now, you've been with me a couple times in higher altitude.
Yes.
And, dude, you don't move very fast without stopping and going, I mean, you can't breathe. And
So
when you
my
can't
preparation for
breathe-
hibernation now is the wrong approach?
No, you got the wrong
all right,
approach,
go ahead.
bro.
Sorry.
Wrong approach. Yeah, no hibernation going on here, man. We're going to be in high countries. You're going to be sucking wind, which means your muscles are not going to be getting the oxygenated blood that they need.
Let me write that down.
You spell it like
blood.
the oxygenated blood it needs to sustain carrying your body throughout everywhere we have to go catch the animals that are killing the calves and sheep and all these other things, man.
No, I feel you, brother. I feel you,
you're
and I
going
feel my
to.
damn thighs.
You're
That's
going
what-
to. So
But
you
for-
think of me every time you...
Yes, every time I go down a stair, every time I step up, every time
love
I
that.
sit down,
I love
I think
that.
of you and I call you names.
Think of me.
Yes, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed for the opportunity.
So am I, bro.
And,
Right
seriously,
on,
this is what I
dude.
thought.
It's
You
all
know,
about
at
the
55, I want to kneel in front of apartment doors. Every one of them. Then have people open the door up. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm sorry if
retape
I'm in
it.
your way. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll retape that when you're done. Move along. Yeah, but good stuff. It seriously is. But getting in shape, getting those legs in shape, I know
huge, man.
that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
I had told my wife I'm going to be able to crush walnuts with these thighs.
Oh, go.
You know what I mean?
Peanut butter, baby.
Seriously.
Peanut butter.
Now, maybe if I were, a young man who was getting ready to go on the dating scene again, which I can't imagine, getting the good muscular thighs would be a good thing. But I've thought about this many times of how lucky I am to be married for 34 years now and to not have to try to get
Impress her?
somebody to like me or impress her anymore. Seriously, because when I started dating, I remember this girl, Sheila, driving around with her, and I had a manual transmission.
Oh.
So I drove around in second gear
Yes,
all
you
night so I could
did.
hold her hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you do
Right
all
on.
those things
Oh, yeah.
when you're young and you're trying to date.
Oh, yeah.
I remember some of the funniest things, and I know I've talked about this on stage before, and I know that girls are even, I'm going to guess, even more guilty of this than guys.
Careful.
No, I'm going to say, no, it's okay.
Okay, we're
it's
married.
okay. Yeah, no, we're all right.
Yeah.
But those first dates that you're trying to impress, you don't want any of the bad side to come out. So have you ever had to fart during a first date? And you're holding it in all. Have you ever experienced this?
No.
No, you haven't. You
no,
just let it go.
I
You just haven't
let it
experienced.
fly. The windows are down.
Well, I think that's a great thing to do, because if she doesn't freak out or anything, she's the one, and you should marry her right there.
Right. Well, see,
that's
no, I agree with you, and that's how it happened. Because in Cheyenne, we had a refinery, man, and it always stunk. So you were like, "Phew, refinery's kicking today," but it wasn't the refinery. It was my personal refinery.
That was.
Yeah. So you could all. That was never an issue in Cheyenne.
Oh, but I can remember being on dates and just you got one bubbling.
Oh.
And you're holding, you're squeezing, you're doing a full body crunch to hold that thing in. And then you get one of those where it just a little bit sneaks out. It's like this little tiny bubble that pops out, and you get this little beaded back bubbler that sneaks up the back of the crack of your butt and then poofs out the top of your pants. The back of your hair flies up a little bit.
Wait a minute, that reminds me of Pong.
It does. But it's like, wow. And then you get done, or else you'll cough to try to cover it up. And you get done with the date. And what was it like? Well, she was really nice, but she had bad breath. Every time she coughed, it smelled like a McMuffin. That's. James is back there just smiling. Tell me this is not the way you won your way into Amber's heart, have you?
Oh, please
Did you break that door down first, or did she?
I'm a firm believer. If you can't accept a person's stank, it's just not meant to be. Like if you want to, like you mentioned, if you can test the relationship, if you can't handle their fart, you're not going to last more than 3 years of the relationship.
I like that.
That's what many have said.
legit.
Just if you want to see if you can live with somebody, live with them through a cold or the flu or something. But your method is much more attainable.
Oh yes,
that
it's
one's
the
right
farts,
there.
man. Go to the local Taco Bell, see how it goes after a couple of hours, and then work it from there.
speaking of that, and I don't mean to devote this whole podcast to flatulence, but
No, I'm glad.
but it's
That's
something
good.
we all deal with.
It
But
is, absolutely.
Have you ever noticed that, and maybe it's just a phenomenon with me, that whatever type of ethnic food that I eat, I fart that accent the next day. Like trust me, if I have German food, you're going to hear something like a kabutate.
Okay.
Something
Wait a
like
minute.
that. Yeah, no. With I eat Mexican food and you'll get a abre la ventana is what it kind of sounds like when it's coming out. It gets this inflection where
I'm not sure I've ever listened. I mean, I see where you're going, but I'm more focused on what restaurant am I going to? Like, listen, the McDonald's at Johnstown got the plastic bench seats. The acoustics are phenomenal. The acoustics are killer, dude. I mean, there's some serious trumpet playing going on. I mean, I don't know. I'm not listening to the language. I got a orchestra going, man.
That's absolutely beautiful.
You bring in a point that we're going to diverge more into the flagellants here, so if you will.
Okay, please dig a little deeper, James.
okay?
Just dig a little deeper.
How paranoid do you guys get when you're in the bathroom stall to make sure you're the most quietest pooper in life, even though you would never see these people in your life, but you would do everything to time that dryer, the hand dryer that they use to dry their hands to make that
That's the one.
sound.
All right,
No, wait a
one
minute,
last.
seriously, is that something you do?
A lot of people do. I used to do that when I was
Oh,
younger.
he's just some people he's heard of. Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Because me, I'm like, dude, I want to see how fast I can run that dude in the stall next to me out.
Then you will love
Let
this
her go.
story.
Lay it on me.
This is the
Lay it on
last
me.
one because my former morning partner when we were the Good Morning guys, Todd Harding, who I did 30 years with on the air. Todd was legendary. Absolutely legendary
The dark
for
side
his
of Todd
vocal
comes
prowess.
out. Really?
Coming out that end. We're at Pepsi Center to see Merle Haggard and George Strait.
Oh my god!
All right, we're there. We went there.
You can't even.
I go off into the bathroom in between sets, and I'm standing at the urinal, and it's just me, and there's a couple other people in there and a janitor.
Right.
All right. And behind me, I can see out of my peripheral vision, Todd has entered the building.
Oh no!
All right. He doesn't talk to me or anything. I just saw that he had come
Right,
by.
right.
And he
Well, no, 'cause you
walks
don't
in-
talk to each other. That's
Not
funny.
there. Well, we would.
Well,
But
Hey, y'all
he
funny.
walks by me and goes into a stall, shuts it, and then I hear the words, "Prepare for takeoff."
No, you didn't. No,
He
did not.
says
No,
this
he did
coming.
not.
Oh, this is Todd.
Dude, that's brilliant.
Oh,
man.
he
I
said,
love
and
that.
I start giggling at the urinal because I'm like, that's my boy. And then he lets off what sounded like went off in Beirut the other day.
No
He is
way.
dropping things that is making the whole inside to where people who
love
were
him.
standing at the urinal looked up. And I looked over at the janitor who is trembling, holding the mop. He's trembling at the noises Todd is making out of there. And I'm just sitting there, again, I'm standing there going, that is my brother. That's my boy in there. You know, he comes out with a sweat looking around. No way. You know, that's but
Oh my God.
I can't.
I never seen that in Todd, man. I would have never
Oh,
suspected
dude.
Todd.
And I can't guarantee it, but I think that's what killed the hag. I think he died.
Yeah.
It wasn't that many years after it. It wasn't. No.
Oh, Todd,
So
right
dating life over. Thank goodness. Found the one I'm going to spend my life with 34 years. But we're ones, I don't know about you and Jackie, but if you people with computer dating and all of the apps, you know, to try to hook up with the right person and so forth. If you were to put me in there and Kyla in there, we would be the last two people that would come up as a match.
Right.
Because nothing in common, none and all that. And that's
Isn't
why
that the
I
way it
think
happens, man?
I think that's when it
Opposites
really
attract,
works
man.
is when the two of you bring what the other
Right,
one doesn't
right.
bring, and together you make this whole.
Right.
You know?
It's a yin and a yang, and I agree with you, man. I think
I mean, you've been
everybody's
married
that
how
way.
many years? Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
No, I mean, because I'm
well,
34.
Yeah.
34
it's,
for me.
Well, it's been like 21 sorry, Jackie, if I'm wrong. 21.
Oh, I didn't mean to put you on
no,
the
you
spot
totally
there.
did. You did that on purpose,
sorry.
man. No, you did. No, you're not sorry. You're not sorry.
No, I'm not.
You're not.
Okay,
You
that's
son
it.
of a. That's
Jackie,
for the legs,
listen
aren't it?
closely. See if you got it right.
That's for the legs, isn't it? Yeah. your
Yeah,
legs are hurting. You're
yeah,
gonna
we
bury
ain't done
his
with
ass.
that.
Yeah. No, and we dated for 5 years prior to, because in school, man, I hung around a lot of chicks, man. That was just, I mean, I wasn't a jock. I wasn't I wasn't any classification. Hung out with all the girls, man. That was my clique. So with me and Jackie, it was like, when we started dating, I'm like, listen, I think you're cool. I love your eyes. Everything about you, girl, got it going on. But here's the deal. You want to start talking kids and settling down and all cuddly, you with the wrong cat. Okay, you with the wrong dude. Now, if you want to party and have a good time, man, girl, let's go. Let's do this. So 5 years get by and she's like, if you don't put a ring on it, I'll find somebody that will. I was like, I'll be back. Because I thought, man, if you can hang with this for 5 years, girl, you good.
Yeah.
You good. You got a special place in heaven.
That's 35 in
She
most
reminds
people
me.
years.
That's true. Is that,
know
wait,
it
is that a
is.
compliment to me?
I know No, it's not.
No, I know. Thank you. No, it's been a sweet ride, man. No regrets. Like you're saying with your wife, dude. Yeah, and I'm hearing all these. I'm not going to go into details because I don't think that's fit for podcast stuff. But I've been learning a lot about these new apps that James just shakes his head when I hear about it or what they're about. James, like,
Oh, the dating
really?
app things? No,
Yeah.
you can't. No.
No, you
can't be doing that.
I didn't realize all that was going on, man. Maybe I've been on the mountain too long.
No, you're a dangerous man because you are.
Now, wait a minute.
No.
What?
You are a social chameleon.
Oh.
Scott is Scott no matter where he is. And I've always prided myself on this too, that I'm me and there's always a core of me in everything I do. But you put me in any situation and I can find a way to blend.
Yeah.
You know, and you're a master at that. And I've watched you. No, I've watched you because I always thought I was like the best. And then I ran into you and it's, we got competition here. This boy's got game. All right. So we're out. I got to throw this out too. We're out on a job site. You know where we're going.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Man. Oh.
We're out on a job site the other day that was having some problems with skunks appearing on this construction site.
Now, y'all play close attention here because this is serious.
No, don't. There you go already. We get to visit. We go to meet the people who are in charge of the site and so forth, and we're visiting for a second, and I can detect that the gal had a southern accent.
Me too.
I know you did, but I wasn't going deep into it. I was just,
Neither was
doing
I.
business, all that. Oh, yes, you did.
Okay, I did.
Yeah, Scott does as usual after she's a few words in. Oh, hold it, girl. Where are you
girl, where
from?
you
I recognize
from?
that accent. Where are you from? I'm from Mississippi. I knew it.
I know
I'm a
you
southern
from-
boy. I'm from the swamps of Florida. And the next thing you know, he kicks into this hit gear.
There's a whole southern flow going there, man.
But you changed up.
I
You
had
went
to.
full southern with this
Dude, I
gal.
had to.
3 minutes later, she's whipping off her vest, throwing it on the ground, saying,
sure
I'm
was.
coming with y'all.
Yeah. No,
that was
yeah,
it.
right? Yeah. Y'all move over. I'm getting in with you. Give me a gun.
That was
That
it.
was-
And you...
God love her.
You sat
God love
and
her.
just southern talked with that gal.
Oh, man.
And
Come on, man.
But I have seen you do this. I've also seen you switch accents no matter where we are.
Orderly.
You've done it. No, I've seen that. And we'll go up and talk to our brother Pete up in the mountains. And all of a sudden, Scott's
Pete.
going, I can get you some potatoes.
I said,
And he's
whatever-
doing this. And
whatever
it's
you need, man.
That's it. Where
I got you, man. I got you.
I turned
got you. I know
away.
you don't get out to the store much, man. I got you. I'm coming back up next Tuesday.
A chameleon. That's it. That's what I'm telling you. And
You got to, though, in business, man.
No, you
I
do.
mean, it is a gift. It truly is a gift, man. I don't try. I didn't know I had it. It just, I'm able to
You're
just
a people
flow,
person, man.
Yeah,
You just
I love
like to
people,
talk to
and I
people.
love accents and ay.
No, I know that you do. And I know that you love, I want to point this out too, this little cup of go juice that he does each day. And I want to ask you about this seriously because we all try to find, everyone thinks that they need to be famous to have an influence or, I need to get this so that I can, influence people or have power or to really affect people. People think you need power or prestige to do it. I know You go to this Starbucks each day, and it's not just for what they're putting in the cup. The people who work at this store make you feel so at home and leave you a little message, or the gratitude and the relationship that you made. So I'm guessing when you go, it's 50% for the drink, 50% for the service that you're getting from those gals.
Absolutely, man. They're just, like you said earlier, I'm a people person. Mm-hmm. And like what we're trying to do, man, bring joy, inflict joy and happiness with country music and wildlife. Brother, this is... Yeah, I go there, man, because every one of them girls, if they don't notice me on the camera, I mean, which usually they do.
Yes.
They notice me on the camera, and they're like, you having the Critter Getter special? So I'm going to highly recommend the Critter Getter special for the Starbucks.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It's liquid cocaine.
So, yeah, it is. It's a beautiful thing, man. Those people, they love to see me. They love what I do and who I am because it is unique in what we do.
But I see you, there's many times we've gone through and we always have a good day, but some days are better than others.
Right.
But there is a lift you get after we get out of there because of what they do. And I'm not talking about the drink.
Right.
Because the point I'm trying to get across is no matter what you do for a living, if you change oil, if you check somebody in at a mission station, if you take somebody's order over the phone, if you're working at a convenience store, if you're a doctor, if you're a lawyer, no matter what it is you do for a living, you have the ability to affect people's moods and the world around you, just by how you carry yourself. Mm-hmm. You may think that you have a position that doesn't hold any prestige, but what you can do with your platform and the way you lift people.
Absolutely.
So, you folks working in the coffee shops and convenience stores who, when we come in and you're looking haggard and you go through and you grab your bottle of water and your burrito or whatever and set it down, that smile and that attitude that they bring to you can lift people like you have no idea. So please don't ever underestimate what you do for a living or the power that you as an individual have, because you got it in you to lift people up.
Yeah, and we do the same thing everywhere we go. Everybody we talk to, every drive-through we go through. Man, they can feel. Now, I'm a person, I know you are too. You can feel the vibe before you even get to somebody.
Absolutely.
You can sense, this ain't going to go well. Or, man, dude, I'm going to hang out here for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And that's what we end up doing when we go to jobs. Dude, we talk about the job about that much of the time. The rest of the time, we're just carrying on. I mean...
It's my favorite part.
It is, man.
It's my favorite
I've got story after story that... I won't share one real quick.
Please do.
I won't share one.
Please do.
This lady called me up, and she lived on Lake Timnath, and I didn't know there was a Lake Timnath, but there is. It's a huge reservoir. And she calls me up, and she's got a rabbit problem. Now, I arrived at her house after I had to punch in the code to get through the gate, and then drive through all these what look like mansions to me. I get there, and I park out on the road, and her sidewalk is marble. Her sidewalk leading up to her house is marble. And I'm like, man, do I put the booty covers on at the sidewalk? I mean, I'm nervous now.
Yeah.
I'm totally mesmerized. The house, everything. Get up there and I knock on the door. And these are, man, it's like you're entering a church. I mean, huge cathedral doors. And I'm like, these got to be automatic. I don't know anybody can even open these doors. This little bitty gal opens the door. And an older gal, and she was just the most precious thing you'd ever seen in your life. She lived in this house by herself. She had a rabbit problem. She used to be an Olympic swimmer.
Wow.
Yeah, man. And she says, come on in, follow me. And again, everything's marble. There's the baby grand piano. I mean, this place was exquisite, man. It floored me. I had forgot what I was there for. We get to her sunroom, and we're looking over her Olympic-sized pool in the backyard, and then Lake Timnath. And we're standing there, and she goes, look at this. Isn't it horrible? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I got nothing here. I can't even remember what I come here for. I said, I'm truly sorry. I said, what's the issue? And she said, well, the rabbits. I said, ma'am, I don't see a rabbit down there. She goes, well, no, they're getting underneath my post and chewing the wiring, the lighting that goes around the Olympic pool. And I was like, oh. You still didn't ring nothing. So we got to shucking and jiving, and one thing led to another. Next thing you know, man, I was there for over an hour. I told her there's nothing I could do about your rabbits because of the situation it was. But that was early on. We talked and talked and talked. And next thing you know, bro, this tripped me still to this day, man. I'm humbled by this. She was hugging me, crying. Her husband was in a home for Alzheimer's. And she was just bawling, so thankful that I had showed up and talked to her. And she took a step back, and little bitty, and she looked up at me, and she goes, "Who are you?" And I said, "Man, I'm just a wildlife guy." And she says, "No, you're an angel." Wow. Man, when you get told that, dude, you're in tune with the Great Spirit, man, and you're working I thought I was there for a rabbit job. This happens all the time. People call me up for the dumbest things, and when I get there, it had nothing to do. We're snipers. We're happiness snipers.
Absolutely. We're happiness warriors, brother.
We're happiness warriors, man.
That's exactly
we
what
slide
we are.
in undercover under what they think they have a wildlife problem, but we're there to lift them up and let them know, keep fighting the good fight.
Isn't it cool to be used as a vehicle? Oh, man, because I'm telling you, angels are all around.
Every day.
They are, and you never know what form they're going to come in. That's for sure.
Well, why would they come in this form?
That's a really good question.
Seriously. No, don't nod your hand back there. He's like, yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah. I heard of them falling.
Okay, so maybe I am trying to. Yeah, that's funny. I always tell my kids, Elijah, it's right there where my wings used to be.
That's it.
He'll itch and then he stops as soon as I say that.
Absolutely.
Oh my golly.
Well,
man.
I know a lot of one thing that's on a lot of people's minds right now is back to school. A lot of kids going back to school.
Are they going back to school or not? Because I mean,
well, at this point this week, yes.
Well, okay.
It can
I thought it
change all
got
the
pushed
time.
off a week.
Okay, that could have happened.
And I
missed
think
the news
some of them have
last
canceled
hour.
altogether.
It's changed
Right,
constantly.
right.
Well, this is going to put an influx in because usually it's the back to school wine sale. You know that every liquor store has. James is nodding. There's a lot.
The mothers are going.
Celebration
time. Come on.
Oh, absolutely. Now it's a back school wine and disinfectant sale where you got to do both.
Yes. And we're out.
Oh yeah. There's still plenty of wine. There is still plenty of wine. Don't you send that panic out there, brother. Don't you dare send that one out.
Yeah, no, just kidding. I was just kidding.
All right, now I got to get to the band T-shirt of the day,
man.
and this is going to go into story because my man's involved in this. But, the Last Bandoleros.
Check them out, man. Off the hook.
They may be my favorite band.
Dude, they're cool.
They are four of the best guys I have ever met in the business. When I look at my shirt, we got Jerry, we got Diego, we got Derek, and we got Emilio.
Come on, I'm digging Diego's hairstyle, man.
Oh, Diego.
See,
two of them, Diego and Emilio, are the sons of. He was a country music star, but he is when it comes to Hispanic superstars, Emilio Navarrete was one of the biggest names. He had crossover country hits. It's Not the End of the World. Life is Good. He had huge videos on CMT when they were getting rolling. And Emilio was somebody I bought the first 3 discs he put out when he signed a major country label deal. This guy was absolutely phenomenal. Such an incredible entertainer. And so sadly, died suddenly after the boys had come and played the Habajiba show. Just weeks after that, their father passed away. Emilio left a huge legacy of music. Those of you who know who I'm talking about know the incredible entertainer and just great man that Emilio was. Well, his sons are two of the guys in this band, and they carry on that tradition.
Come on.
If the Beatles were from Texas, this would be them. Their harmonies, their sounds, their energy is so Beatlesque in what they do, yet they put their roots in it. I mean, they were on Good Morning America just within the last couple of weeks, and they came on and did, "Hey, baby, ¿qué pasó?" I thought I was your only vato. I just love that song, but their version of it just kicks.
Right.
You know, and they put some new energy in it, and they're turning people on to a sound that many people hadn't heard. They take it so much further than that. I want you to go to wherever you get your music, wherever you buy your downloads, wherever you get that. Check out the Last Bandoleros. Their latest album, Live from Texas, is absolutely phenomenal. Aside from that, they've released some singles, EPs, but they came and played one of the most memorable Habba Jiba shows I've ever had in my life. I have two great memories with these guys. I'll get to that one. They played the Botanical Gardens down in Denver with the Mavericks.
Oh, wow.
Another one of my favorite bands. And I went down there, walked in right as the Last Bandoleros were starting, and to have them turn and acknowledge you from the stage.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and then they get off stage, and I go and hang with those four, and we go and stand in an area and watch the Mavericks play.
Right.
And to get to watch that show with these four brothers was just so cool. But I had fallen in love with them. They'd come to the radio station when we were the Good Morning Guys years ago. They came through, and they would play in a conference room. They came in, and it was just me and like two other dudes,
all acoustic,
and the band, and it's just them gathered around one microphone with their instruments, and their harmonies just gave me goosebumps. You know, the kind you can just feel, and their energy and just their vibrance. I just fell in love with them as people, and their sound knocked me out. Right then, that day, I said, I need them for my Habba Jiba show. Those of you who aren't familiar with it, every year I would put on a show called the Habba Jiba Show, which is just a word we made up that means woo-hoo.
Right.
You know, that's it. But the Habba Jiba Show, I would bring in like 3 Nashville artists who were up and coming, who were just taking off, and incorporate them into a comedy variety show, and they'd have to do skits. They'd do all this stuff. Well, I had this one planned. I'd gotten the Bandoleros right after they had played for me, said I got to have them. I got them.
Right.
So I put together this lineup of the Last Bandoleros, William Michael Morgan, and Lauren Elena.
Yes, you did.
All right, this is one of the most memorable ones because for months I would work on this show and I'd write it. I'd have everything set. You know, it's a 3-hour show. So there's a lot of work going into putting this thing together. Get it all set 2 days before the show. My partner, Todd Harding, gets in a horrible car accident.
That's right, man.
Rolls his truck on I-25, hit a patch of black ice, flipped it. Lucky to be alive to start with. So here it is, 2 days out. My partner's done. He can't be in the show. I got to rewrite a whole Habba Jiba show.
Right.
Thank God I had the people around me I did who were working it. Lauren Elena, William Michael Morgan, and the Last Bandoleros.
No doubt. What a... Man,
they took the pressure off.
Yeah, man.
You know, we had an opening skit where it was just sound effects. I said, I want 4 chairs on the stage, and me and a couple other people from the staff, Susan, are going to be sitting in there, and we'll be driving the car, and we're going to go along and encounter things. And I had a guy making sound effects on the side of the stage.
Right.
I say, so if I say, oh, there's an elk, you make a noise.
Right.
And if it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, I got to play off of it, right? So backstage, before I'm going on, I told Lauren Elena, I need you in this skit.
Right.
And Lauren's like, great, what do I do?
Right.
She is such a great spirit,
so cool,
right?
Man.
Just so cool.
She's so cool.
So I said, I'm just going to, at some point, you're going to walk out and you're a hitchhiker and I'm going to pick you up.
Oh, that's right.
All right.
That's right. I remember.
So we're driving the imaginary car, and all of a sudden, here comes Lauren Elena off the side of the stage. She walks in. What's the first thing she did? She throws me out of the driver's seat and takes over the car.
The road less traveled.
That was it.
Man.
Absolutely.
Oh, my golly.
But the boys, the Bandoleros, were incredible that night.
Yes,
William was incredible that night. Lauren was incredible that night. And I can tell y'all, that was the first night that I really saw the social genius of Scott Sisko. God, I almost did it again.
Yes, you did.
Of Scott Sisko kick into high gear. Because you're back there. I'm backstage before during our meet and greet, and all of a sudden in walks a bear. It wasn't a bear, but it was Scott, close enough. Here's this big mammoth of a man draped in fur backstage at the show. Every eye is not on Lauren Elena, the Last Bandoleros, or William Michael Morgan. They're looking at, who is this dude?
No, it was spooky for me. I walked
all
in,
of these stars everywhere.
Everybody's staring at me. I'm like, Was I supposed to bring something?
You knew what you were doing wearing that coat back there.
I didn't know it was going to do that.
Oh, it did that.
Oh, I totally did that.
Because there's a line of pictures for Lauren, a line for the Last Bandoleros, a line for William Michael Morgan, and the Scott line. That was it.
Which William and Lauren
Lauren
got
in. That's the thing. Each of them have a picture of them wearing your bear coat.
I got them too, man. That's so cool. That was so sweet, man. It was incredible, dude. I might
because you
that's
remember
where it
that
started.
Night. It was.
That's where it started for you and I because
it did.
I seriously, and you guys can both attest this. I like to have fun. I like to do. I had no idea it was going to this, and I still don't know where it's progressing.
No,
I'm
neither
just,
do we.
you know what I mean. But we bring so much joy and coming together as the three amigos. I mean, dude, the gift and talent that's here, that's coming forth, and what we're about to bring in. Don't ask us what it is.
We're bringing.
We'll let you know tomorrow, but we're going to bring it.
We are, and it's been so much fun. That is really. I had met you before, but that's really where we started to cement our brotherhood.
Oh yeah.
Was that night?
Right.
You know, and it was like in the absence of Todd.
Yeah.
You kind of were my brother that night.
Right.
And it's stuck ever since, and it's been thicker than blood.
Man.
But that was just so. Pick up music from the Last Bandoleros. I was talking to Derek yesterday because my T-shirt came in the mail.
Right.
So right away, I take a picture of it and I send it to Derek from the Last Bandoleros. I said, dude, so happy to see this come in the mail today. And then he wrote back, I have the biggest smile. You don't know how happy that made me.
Dude, I need one of those, man.
I said, you should have seen the smile on the mailman's face when I hugged him for bringing it.
Was that a smile or a panicked look?
It was scary.
Okay, yeah.
I think it was one of those, smile just to get the bear off of you.
Yeah.
That was it.
But disease.
Oh. But these are bad. Check out the Last Bandoleros website. They've got some gear up there, but you can order their music off of there.
I gotta get one of those.
But they're absolutely fantastic, and that's what I love to do with this program. Is bring. We say it's where we bring music, laughter, and wildlife together, and we really. It's our strong suits. Scott is such an aficionado at the outdoors and learning every day and sharing it with us, his knowledge and my love of music, and it's my passion, and to bring it both together, and both of us just love to laugh. So this is just the perfect outlet, and I hope you're finding some of the same things with us. I'm going to keep featuring these band T-shirts. Now, I'm getting ready to take off, and I want to talk about this on the next podcast because it'll be interesting to come back from.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to go drive up north.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
going up to North Dakota.
I was going to say North Dakota.
You get the Dakotas wrong all the time, you rat bastard.
But they're Dakotas.
No, they're different.
That's where I knew you were
Okay,
gonna go
thank
with
you.
this.
One's above, that's North.
Well, okay.
And then there's South
It's
right
what?
below that. North. There's no H, it's North Dakota. If you're from there, you say it right, doggone it.
It's Dakota.
It's all right. Well, anyway, James, what are you snickering about over there? Don't you start or I'll start filling your truck with zucchini.
Hey, don't let me get the mouse trackpads again, my friend.
We're going back there. Well,
boy.
I am heading to North Dakota
Yes,
for
you
my
are.
mother's 80th birthday. And you don't miss those things. I don't
No.
care what the situations are. But,
I miss your mama.
Shut up.
No, I do.
No, she's a great lady.
She is
She
way
misses
cool,
you,
man.
Scott.
Yeah.
She does.
God,
We'll call when we get up there so you
I
can
hope
talk to
so.
her.
I hope
We
so,
will.
man. I
We
wanna
will.
talk to Mom.
Most definitely. We'll call you during the celebration. But we're going to be traveling across. I'm going to be taking my wife and my daughter and the two grandkids in one car. Exactly. My son has his wife and his two kids in another one. They're going to be caravanning.
That's so cool, though, man.
And we're all going to meet up there. We're not going to stay at Mom's so we don't overpopulate.
Right,
we're going to spread it out and do everything, the right way and distance ourselves. And this is going to be weird for Mom not having everyone staying in her house because
I'm
she's,
sure. I'm sure.
to wake up and not have. But really looking forward to going there. 80th birthday. When we went last time, I went in December. It was my dad's 80th birthday.
Right.
And for that, we had all of these people do videos for him. Like William Michael Morgan made one wishing him a happy birthday. Dan and Shay from Australia had sent a clip just wishing my dad a happy birthday. And my mother, of course, saying, and none of you do anything like those darn videos or anything like that. You know, so
God love her. That's what I love about Mom.
Oh yeah, she don't want
Need a
nothing.
lick, man.
She's the one who she always said, you know, it's the thought that counts. And one year for her birthday, I wrapped her up an empty box, and she opened it and said, "What's this?" I said, "A thought."
Oh, no, you didn't.
I did.
Oh, how'd that go over?
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so.
Ooh.
So I best come up with some videos by the time I get home.
You sure, man?
All right, James, just roll something afterwards, and we'll have Scott pretend he's Kid Rock again.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. But hey, this has been a ball as always, man. We absolutely love you for checking us out. It means the world to us. Go to the website, themikeandthemountain.com. You can find out about us, and we're going to try to keep populating that with things, but you can always find our podcasts there. Every one of them is available, whether you just want to listen or whether you want to watch. You've got the option of both of those on the website. And be on the lookout. Cisco MWE is right on the launching pad, getting ready to go. This is something that's been so important to us, and this is really where our heart is getting this thing up and running, and we want it right.
Right.
When we have you launch off there, and we are. The countdown is on.
Oh, yes, it
so
is.
Just start Googling it now, getting it locked in. That Cisco MWE stands for Modern Wildlife Education.
That's right.
And that's where we're going to tap into Scott's brain. Oh. And we'll edit the one part, and we'll keep the part that's going to be useful for you to learn something.
Deep enough to go
I don't know, but we're sure
good
going
luck
to try.
finding it.
I know. Hey, but until next time, it's the Mike in the Mountain. I'm Brian.
Scott Cisco.
Thanks for being with us.
Dude, I totally want... They're going to come hang with us, right? Last Bandoleros?
I've been talking to Derek, and I said next time you guys are in Colorado.
Seriously, man.
As long as we've got tequila,
right?
I think we got our Bandoleros.
Oh, that's what I married.
Okay.
Jackie! She always got a bottle of 18. Dude, that's not recording. I love you, baby.